Installing a doorknob, in this case a keyed entry lock with keyed outside knob and inside knob with turn button lock. Note, however, that there are also such type knob locks that require a key on the outside and inside. Such double keyed locks ensure against a break-in through a window in the door and a simple turn of the button lock therein. In other words, without the key, no one gets in. You may want to consider that if the door has windows.
Okay, you gotta make a hole as big as this, the cylinder. Lock. And I've already started it. There you see. You use a drill. It's a 3/4 inch bit. The bit should look like that for doing this. And then goes in like this.
A file and a chisel were used to clean the cylinder hole for a tight fit. Here I clean the main cylinder deadbolt hole for a proper tight fitting. With a block of wood, I tap the cylinder into the hole to check the fit gently. After being satisfied with the fit of the cylindrical deadbolt, I then use it outside of the hole, but centered, to measure for the remaining 3 holes to be drilled for the fixing of the knobs and center locking shaft. Take your time as always. Take your time here. Make sure to pencil in all the holes to be drilled. Measure twice, drill once. When you have penciled in the next 3 holes to be drilled, you will need 2 more drill bits that match the 2 knob screws and the center cylinder of the knob. Here I'm matching a drill bit with the knob screw cylinder. A bigger bit will be matched to the knob center cylinder. And here are the results. Here I'm just checking the fit. Here is the view from the inside of the door. Note the outside handles, 2 screw cylinders and center cylinder. Before placing the screws, make sure both outside and inside knobs function properly. Test them by turning and making sure the deadbolt retracts. Now, with all the holes properly drilled and aligned, the doorknob and deadbolt are ready to be screwed to the door. Start with the deadbolt, which has a brass plate at the end with 2 screw holes. Make sure you have the deadbolt's slanted side facing inwards. Next, screw the knobs together and test whether they work, because sometimes if too tight, they may not work. You may have to back the knob screws out a bit. Finally, the last act is mounting the strike plate to the door jamb. The strike plate is essential for the lock to work. It holds the lock in place. You simply line up the deadbolt with the door jamb and mark by pencil on the door. Then center your strike plate over the mark. Make sure too that you've closed the door, and from the inside try to trace out the deadbolt. After you've centered your strike plate over the pencil mark of the deadbolt, you then chisel out first the strike plate body, and then the hole in the middle which the deadbolt will go into. The body of the strike plate should be flush with the door jamb. Be sure to dress up the area around the new knobs and strike plate with wood filler for all the indentations or dig marks or whatever. And then you can paint it.
Here we have it. It's a nice sound. Oh yeah. Everything's working. Oh, that's nice.